everybody. Andy's Dinosaur Reviews again today. And today we are going to review another Collecta dinosaur. It is the Deinocheirus. Their Deinocheirus. Now this one is the deluxe version. They also have a standard version, which looks very similar to the deluxe version, but it's not exactly. I thought originally when I saw it, it would be the exact same pose. Everything about it would be the same as the bigger one, the deluxe version, but smaller, and it is not. As you can see, the tail comes up on this one as opposed to going straight out on the deluxe version. The legs are also in somewhat of a different pose. I mean, they're in the same type of pose, but they're spread further apart on the deluxe as opposed to the standard version. Also, the deluxe is looking slightly to his right, whereas the standard version is almost looking straight or a little to his left. Very similar placement of the hands, but I think the standard version's left hand is a little higher than the right, or a little higher than the left hand on the deluxe version. I'm sorry, my mistake. Anyway, both of these were done absolutely beautifully. They put tons and tons of detail into them. They look fantastic in my opinion. Collecta has really stepped up their game. A lot of their older figures were really ugly in my opinion, but over the past few years they have just jumped from having ugly, terrible looking dinosaurs to some of the best, if not the best, in the dinosaur collecting area. They did have an older Deinocheirus, which I also have, but unfortunately I don't have it here. It's in storage, or else I would compare that one with these two as well. But to make up for that, we'll get crazy today and we'll throw in the Safari Deinocheirus. So now we've got a nice big family of Deinocheirus. As you can see, there are some differences between the Safari version and the Collecta version, but I think they make a cute little family. Maybe this is the ugly duckling of the group, because he just looks a little different. Now don't take offense, Safari, that's not to say your version is ugly, because I think your version is also awesome, but I'm kind of partial to Collecta's. I'm not really sure why. I think I just like the color scheme that they've gone with. Plus, he's got a little buddy here, so that's cool. So anyway, let's take a closer look at these. Start with the standard version. Comes on a base that is not removable. You cannot take that off, but you don't really need to. I'm not sure how well it would stand if you did, because of the awkward shape of the dinosaur. They did a fantastic job on the detail of this. A nice little bit of gloss over the eye. Makes him look pretty alive. Feathering on the back of the head looks very good. I like that they didn't just bunch the feathers together. You can actually see individual feathers kind of popping out there. Gives it a much more realistic look in my opinion. Beautiful feathering here down on the arm. In fact, the feathering all over the place looks great. They do a superb job on their feathers. I love the red throat that they did here on the dinosaur. Nice little black back, but with hints of blue. Leads down to the tail, which has, again, you guessed it, beautiful coloring on that as well. Beautiful scaling, beautiful feathers, just like everywhere else on the body. Did a fantastic job with this one. And they also did a fantastic job with the deluxe, which, as you can see, is significantly larger, but looks very similar. Pretty much the same deal. Very nice gloss over the eyes, makes them look alive. You can see inside the mouth a little bit there. You can see the tongue. Tongue isn't highly detailed, but it doesn't need to be because you can't really get in there to see it too well. Great job on their paint job. Again, with the feathers on the back of the head, I really like that they can stick some individual feathers out as opposed to just bunching them all together and then just kind of sculpting them out like some companies might do. They go the extra mile. Beautiful big claws on the hand. Great feathers here on the arm. Really get a nice shot of what the feathers look like. Obviously the paint scheme on this is exactly the same as the paint scheme on the standard version. Nice big tail. Same goes for the tail on this. Colored exactly the same way, but very well sculpted. You don't need a small one or a big one to decide which one has better sculpting, because they both have just as good as each other as far as sculpting. They both look great. The size, as far as the size goes, on the standard version you're looking at about 7 inches long and a little under 5 inches high. On the deluxe, you're looking at 11.5 inches long and almost 6 inches high. So they look very cool as a family, in my opinion. Maybe there's the standard one is just a juvenile. Obviously the deluxe would be the adult. Or if you just want to collect them for the sake that they're awesome Deinocheirus figures, it's up to you. You can either buy one or the other. I bought both because I love them. And as I said, they're not exactly the same sculpt, so it's not like you're buying the same figure twice and just one's bigger than the other. Not exactly the same way here. They both look awesome. They're not super different in their pose, but they're different enough to have made me want to buy it. So yeah, I will link you guys into the description where you can buy them, and I will have plenty more dinosaur videos in the future, so please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.